abstract.
Thanks for joining Let's Get to Talking, presented to you by BlkGayTableTalk. I'm Keenan.
I'm Dorian.
Join us as we take you on a journey of discussion from two Black gay male perspectives.
Get ready for authentic, heartfelt, raunchy, thought-provoking, and relatable shows.
We're happy to be a part of your podcast family.
Let's get to talking. Good evening. Thank you for joining us at Let's Get to Talking, sponsored by BlkGayTableTalk. I'm one of your hosts, Dorian.
And I'm Keenan.
Good evening, Keenan.
For today's episode, we are talking about time management, right? Everybody needs some help with time management, I would think.
Absolutely.
Sometimes
So let's
I
get
do.
to talking about time management.
Yes. So, when you think of time management, what is it? What is it? What should it look like?
Dorian definition is managing your time efficiently.
Got it. Okay.
Now,
So,
as your friend who I know who likes to send me definitions of what words mean, what is what's your definition of time management?
really though? Really? So, let's get the Webster's Dictionary version. How about that?
And while you're looking that up, I want the audience to know you're good about sending definitions to certain things, at least to me.
I don't know what he's talking about.
That's his way of trying to read me on certain situations. But I'm going to ask you to just share while you're looking the word up. Are there any tools or apparatuses that you use to help you manage your time?
There are. So, time management is the process of organizing and planning to divide your time between different activities.
Okay.
That's the definition. So, I'll say I use things like calendars in on my phone. I have a whiteboard in the kitchen, and all the kids, everybody writes whatever their activities are on the whiteboard, and the times. So there are a number of things I use. I will admit, we have to.
I get it. I have a whiteboard and I need to move it out of I have it in my second bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
And
what's on your whiteboard right now?
That's the funny thing about it. I call myself trying to update it monthly, but because I don't go into that room enough, I don't see it to help me remind myself. I actually go out and buy like these 39-cent poster boards. Okay. And I like to throw my Post-it notes on there. So as I'm accomplishing things or things are getting done, I can rip that little Post-it note off of that little poster board and discard the little note that I have written to help me remind me of something.
Mm-hmm.
I will also say, I think not only myself, but I think you as my friend, I can say this to you. We both need to, there's still room for improvement. Even though we may consider ourselves good at our time management, I think there's always still room for improvement. Why are you side-eyeing me?
I'm just listening.
Let's talk about it. Let's get to talking. Let's talk about it. Because you're giving me that look like...
I mean, because I like how you positioned it like we need to. No. I mean... So okay. I got to tell y'all. So my friend, and he's my friend. I love him. I know my friend. His time management, I don't know if there's a word I can put on it, because he will get things done. He will get things done. But oh baby, I mean, it's hair growing on it, mold. I mean, all kinds of stuff at this point. It should have been done a long time ago. But he will get them done. He has spurts, right? And I think that's actually a fair thing to say. There are times where we're more where we're better with our time management skills than others. I will say that. I think we have on and off seasons.
Well, let
Is
me
that
be the
fair? I'll
first to
give you that.
say, and I'm not ashamed to say this, I am a procrastinator.
Oh, baby. Oh, I'm so glad you said it.
I'm not ashamed to admit
I,
that. I know that is a trait that I have.
okay.
I I own up to that.
Okay.
I take that wholeheartedly.
Okay.
I apologize. Someone just texted me and it caught. I just saw it out the side of my eye, and so it just caught my attention. I own up to my being a procrastinator. Not a problem.
Mhm. Not even that. Y'all see how he just got distracted? He got a whole he's recording
We're not
a
talking about
show.
distraction. We're talking about time management.
Okay.
We
Okay.
know cell phones distract. They already don't allow us to drive and utilize our cell phone. So we know
True.
that cell phone distracts.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. It's okay. It's all right. We gonna get through this. Let's go.
We're talking about time management at the moment.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So do you feel that distractions can sometimes play a part into our ability to manage our time effectively?
Absolutely.
Got it. Okay. So what are some things that you do to try to remove those distractions so that you can get things done?
Well, most people that know me already know I turn my phone off at night.
Okay. Okay, got it. What about when
But
you're recording or when you at work or you trying to get other stuff done? Do you like use do not disturb or do you do any of those? Because honestly speaking, sometimes I mean, and I'm good for it. I can get a
mhm,
call or a text and I'm gone.
I have just recently, and when I say recently, I'm talking within the last 6 months, start using Do Not Disturb.
Mhm.
I'm also that person. I'm 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 not embarrassed to say it, but I'm also that person that can ignore anything around me very well if I don't want to be entertained or into it.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I have that trait that I know I'm a procrastinator and I know how to ignore a phone. Let's just be truthful. I can see a
Mhm.
phone and it could be ringing off the top of it, and I am so okay with not responding to it immediately.
Mhm.
Responding to it on my own time.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Wouldn't that be considered time management?
I mean, it could be. Yes. 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 Mhm.
But you, no, but this is a question. No, I'm asking you a question now.
Okay.
You have a lot going on in your household.
Mhm.
You've already said you have the whiteboard
Mhm.
to help you, I guess more so with the kids.
Yeah.
But when it comes to your professional life at work, how do you migrate all of that together?
Um, Good question. So, I mean, it really comes down to scheduling. Like, I have to create a schedule and not even just creating the schedule, but planning out how you're going to do it. Okay, we got karate this day, we got Girl Scouts this day. This one has an after school assembly. This one has senior events, like all these things going on. You have to have some type of organization. And then, mind you, I work a full time job and I'm doing the podcast. Like, we have the business that I'm running. Like, we have so many, there are a lot of moving pieces, but it's for me, follow through. You can plan all day long. You can sit and strategize, you can do all that. But when it comes time to move and get things done, you gotta do
Execution.
it. you have to execute every time. Or you have a situation where you're trying to use this time, you know what I'm saying, when it was dedicated for something else to now do the thing that you did not get
Mhm.
done before. So I think it comes with execution. And even with having the kids in the house, like there's an accountability piece that they need to learn early on. We need to know what you got going on. So you have to keep track of what you have. And it's your responsibility to not only communicate it with us, but to make sure that it's visible where we keep track of what's going on. So I think that time management can sometimes be a team effort depending on what you have to get done.
Okay. So have you ever had anyone, because I have had people tell me, which is you're gonna laugh at this, but have you ever had people say that you're too, what's the word? You're too anal with your time management, that you try to fill up every day and you leave no rooms for being spontaneous?
Oh no, no, actually, I'm the spontaneous person in the house. Like, it's nothing for me to say, let's go for a bike ride, or y'all, let's go get some pizza, or let's go here, let's go to Fun World or Funway, whatever it's called. Um, but there's an order, right? So prioritization, that's another thing in time management. You have to
I
prioritize
agree
what
with
you need
that.
to get done.
I agree
So
with that.
if it's big stuff you gotta get done, we ain't got time for shit else. Like, no, let's get this done. And once it's done, we can go do what we gotta do. But um I will say though, being someone who does not like to leave things undone, and it's not even a matter of, hey, we have to keep this to a T. It's really a matter of, hey, we need to be respectful of the fact that, okay, if it's our responsibility to make sure things get done and people get where they need to go, homework is
Mhm.
done in XYZ, be respectful of me as a person to know that I could be doing other shit with my time. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like even with colleagues, if you know you're waiting on your colleague to get something done and they are a procrastinator, at a certain
Mhm.
point you start to feel like that person's disrespecting you and disrespecting your time because they're not understanding that there are other things you could be getting done, but this still needs to get done. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
So I think it can look different ways, but I'm not anal at all. Now, my husband, on the other hand, sometimes he can be, but let me ask you this. Do you sometimes have people say that given that you are a procrastinator, that you can come off as being lazy or disrespectful to people who are trying to get stuff done?
I have never had anyone call me necessarily lazy. I have had, not directly to me, but I have heard people say, "Oh, that's just so disrespectful of my time."
Mhm. Mhm.
I would
But
like
you're
to
not
think,
doing it intentionally though.
right,
You're not right.
if something that I have planned with someone and I know it's a genuine priority, I am not known to be late or not follow through. And if it comes dealing with me and my money, I'm definitely not going to be late or
Right.
disrespect my time. I'm going to see, I think I pick and choose what I choose to procrastinate on.
Hmm. I like that you said that.
Yeah,
What
see,
are
because
some
you
examples of things that you like to choose to procrastinate on? Like
we'll have this conversation off camera because I know where you want to go with this, and you're not going to throw yourself under the bus.
I left it open. I left it open.
Yeah, right. I'm sure any Stevie Wonder could see through that one.
But I mean, to the point though, not all procrastinators procrastinate on purpose. It's not like, "Oh, I'm gonna fuck up they day, like, Imma take my time with this because they gonna know this is my time." You know what I'm saying? But
I agree with that statement.
there's something that stops that person, and it might tap into the psyche, but there's something that stops that person from doing what they know they have to do or getting it done. And I don't know, it could be fear, it could be laziness, it could
I
be
I've read somewhere that a lot of procrastinators, hoarders, they procrastinate and put off doing big chores because it seems overwhelming to them.
yes. Yeah. And then they don't know like where to start or how to start.
Exactly. I have a pal, and I'm just because we're talking about it, I'm a receipt whore and don't know why. But for the last
That
3 days, I've been calling myself getting rid of all these receipts.
uh-oh.
And the
Now he
thing
know
is,
damn well he not gonna go through all those receipts,
I
y'all.
need to just throw them in the garbage.
What? Throw them in the garbage now. Just get rid of them.
But I I just have I'm always afraid that the minute I throw a receipt away is when
You're
I'm
gonna
gonna
need
need it.
But wait. But what types of receipts are we talking about? Are we talking about a Starbucks receipt from the other day or
Well, I don't
a
get
Home
receipts from
Depot type of
Starbucks
receipt?
because I usually pay and scan, so they don't typically. That's one receipt that I'm eliminated from.
So
I
is it
have
more like
also
a receipt where you have a warranty, like a Home Depot type receipt where you might have to take something back?
no, it's receipts like CVS gives you all of this unnecessary stuff when you buy stuff at
Oh,
CVS, and I'm
yeah.
thinking, ooh, tomorrow's going to be the day I need this 50% coupon off, even though I'm not going in there to buy no Maybelline. But my coworker might just so happen to through a conversation say, "Oh, I'm going to CVS. I'm bound to buy some makeup," and I'll be like, "Oh, I got a receipt coupon for you." So, but just because I know this expired on August 12th, I can discard this now.
The August 12th was over a week ago,
2 weeks
right?
ago, it was 2 weeks to be
2 weeks
exact.
2 weeks to be exact.
Yeah, 2 weeks to be exact.
And it took 2 weeks for you to realize nothing really because it's gone.
I
It's expired.
so it goes to time management. My time management, I say every day I'm gonna come home and go through these receipts, which I know I can throw away. I
Yeah.
I don't need the receipt for me purchasing gas at Costco. I can't take it back. Costco, that gas is gone.
So where's the receipt now? Can we throw that one away too?
Okay.
See, this is the life of someone who has to get who gets things done, having a close friendship with a procrastinator because you literally got to walk them through shit sometimes, and they be looking at you side eyed like I can't stand this bald headed bitch. But it's like I'm trying to help you. Look, you just accomplished two things. You threw away two receipts right now.
There's probably about 60 more sitting over here to the left of me.
So let me ask you this, and I'm sorry, but what do you find a lot of your time wasters are?
I think
Like
everybody
what?
wastes times. So me, everybody wastes times on something totally different. What I
Right,
waste time, what I waste time on, you won't waste time on.
right. So what are some of your time wasters?
I waste a lot of time looking at TV.
Looking at TV.
Yeah.
Mm,
I
for
don't
me, oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say television is entertaining and sometimes it can be informative,
Hmm.
but I'm sure I can always find something a lot more productive and beneficial to my own self or my own being.
Got it.
And it makes a
Uh,
lot of sense.
It does. I think for me, I'll put it like this right here. I don't have too many time wasters because I'm big on like multitasking. And I know some people say, well, it's hard for you to focus or do multiple things at once, but it's not for me.
It is,
So,
people. It's really hard for him to multitask. But go on, this is your story.
oh, I could, as a matter of fact, I'm my best when I get to multitask. Okay. I'm gonna just be real. I get creative. It's like you're on a time constraint and you know you got multiple things to get done. So in that moment, my mind is like splitting off into different ways I can make it happen. So I get to exercise my creativity a bit in those moments. But um I don't have a lot of time wasters because my thing is if I'm gonna have the TV on, it's not gonna be something where I have to stop and watch and follow the dialogue and the story and all that. 9 times out of 10, if it's something I have to get done where I'm using my hands and stuff, I listen to music because it allows me to move. So
Absolutely.
that means I have to sacrifice my TV because I know the greater good is me being able to get stuff done. But now I'm not gonna lie, and I used to be against social media,
You used to be
like
against what?
against social media, like I'm not gonna let it get me. It's gonna this, it's gonna that. And here the past few days, I will admit, IG, Instagram, and Facebook have they did something with their algorithm to catch me up because I got caught in a loop where I'm just sitting there just going through reels, going through reels, going through reels. And I was like, oh fuck, I was supposed to be what was I supposed to be doing? It was like I was not here. So yeah, yeah.
But
I think that social media can sometimes be a time uh a time waster.
let me ask you this then. You know social media can be a time waster.
Mhm.
And knowing how you are with time management,
Mhm.
speaking of the older kids in the house, do you monitor their time on social media?
Oh yeah. Yeah. As a matter of fact, so and we talked about this in a episode a while ago. Last season I believe. We have no phone days. 2 days a week, no phone, no iPads, no tablets, none of that, no social media. You're either reading, meditating, spending time with family. We can have family game night. We can all read books together. We can all, um, I might even sometimes flex it and we'll just do a movie night or something like that. Trivia. It's a game we like to play. Taco, cat, goat, cheese, pizza. It's, anyway, we do stuff like that. So yeah, I think I believe in a balance with anything. There has to be balance. Like, yeah, we can have fun, but there's work that needs to be done too. Or, yeah, we can have social media, but guess what? You need to sow into you and not look for social media to sow into you. So let's practice you sowing into you.
So when you say no phone, I'm trying to get the I understand what no phone mean, but I want to understand your definition. Does that mean they can't take the phones to school with them for that entire day? They have
Oh,
no access to their phone at all.
hell no. With the way things are going nowadays, they have to have their phones at school.
Okay. So
So
it's essentially
when
once
they
they
get
come
home,
in the house from school or work or wherever they're coming in, we're putting the phone up to interact with the other family members.
mhm.
Okay.
Or you're
I,
putting the phone up to not even interact with the other family members, but to have that unplug. Like,
mhm.
let's unplug the cord, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
So whatever you choose to do.
that goes to my do not disturb when I wake up early in the morning, as you know. So a lot of times I will come home and not every single night, but there are some nights by 7:30 I have turned my phone off in
Mhm,
order or turn the do not disturb on so that
mhm.
I can get to sleep because some nights people try to reach out to me at 9 and 10 o'clock, which is not a bad thing. because some
Mhm.
nights I am generally up, but there are
Mhm.
some nights that, okay, I got to be up at 2:30 in the morning. I can't have a 10 o'clock, which isn't late,
Right.
but in order
But
to take control of my time and to get some type of quality sleep, I
you
do that for that reason.
right. That's I think that's a good thing. I do.
Um,
So, all right. So we've already talked about time wasters, right? So, and we'll outline this for our listeners too, okay? So if you're someone who struggles with time management, nobody's perfect. All of us have opportunities, but just us sharing a part of us with you, you're not alone. So we'll outline some tips for you as far as time management, being able to get things done. And we've already covered identifying time wasters. So you want to make sure that whatever those distractions are or whatever gets you hung up when you're trying to get things done, identify what they are so that you can remove them. Um, and then we talked about prioritization, right? So, Dorian, you said prioritization is important, right?
Correct. It's important for me because it's my gaining back my own personal time and
Mm-hmm.
control of my time.
Mm-hmm.
I once took a course in college, and I don't remember what the course was, but one of the professors always used to say, and this was right at the beginning of social media.
Mm-hmm.
She would always say, "You need out of 7 days of the week, you
Mm-hmm.
need to take some downtime." And I was going to ask you the question, what do you do as your downtime to just declutter kids, social media, husband, work? What do you do to regain your own self time back? For me, even though I don't do it as much as I would like to do it, I used I was real good about at least taking a bath for 1 hour, a physical bath where I immerse myself in water. I leave that phone in the bedroom,
Yeah.
turn it off, turn the ringer off, turn all notifications off. So those all different chimes for emails and Facebook alerts, you don't hear none of that.
Yeah.
And light a candle. And I used to put jazz on, but now it's just sitting in total quietness. And get upset if some a truck or something comes down the street or a motorcycle. It's
And
like so. I guess I'm asking you, what do you do
you know
to
what?
declutter and just regain control of your time?
Um, that's a loaded question because with everything I have going on now, it's like it's a lot. It's a lot managing what I'm not gonna say the number, but it's a lot managing a household with more than well, no, with it's hard managing a household with 5 kids and 2 adults, like, it's a lot, 3 dogs, but but I will say this, um, I'm very I try to be very in tune with my inner, right? I have to be balanced. So, in those times where I feel like I need to get away or I need a break, I may go take a bath. I may go take a long hot bath, listen
Hmm.
to music, or I might be in silence, or I might watch a show. Or sometimes I'll go out just outside on the patio and I'll just sit. And if my son comes, I'm like, you know what? Daddy's on break right now. Go find dad. I don't want dad. No, go find dad because this break time is non-negotiable. Like literally my 5-year-old walks around talking about stuff being non-negotiable. It's non-negotiable. But there's an extra component, and sometimes it can be a missing component for people. When you're a business owner or you're running a business or you're doing something like that, separate from personal, you now have to factor in how am I going to balance everything I got going on personal from work or from a business or from whatever that looks like. So you have that's where the saying every minute counts comes from. You have to stra- strategically place where you're going to spend those minutes in your day. This is the time where you were my rock, okay? You were one of the ones in my corner like, "You know what? Go get you a massage. Go get your nails done or go do this. It's okay." Like the world is
Mhm.
not going to end just because Keenan decided to not have to take care of everything right now. And since we had that talk, I've actually been doing better at it because, and I think we talked about this in a previous episode too, a lot of me has often been putting out and not being used to getting back, or putting out and not making time for me, or telling me that, hey, you did enough. It's okay for you to sit back and chill. So I do that more now. But that goes into it's almost like a power mindfulness. So mindfulness can be a good time management tactic or skill too, because if you're cultivating those moments where you're present and you're in the moment, you can tell you can hear your body tell you, okay, it's time. Or you can hear that back of your mind voice saying, you know what, we need a break.
It's I agree. For me, my time is intentional,
Mhm. Mhm.
and even though we're joking and having a lighthearted conversation about time management, it let's just sum it up in a nutshell.
Mhm.
We make time for things that we really, really want to do,
True.
and that's just the truth.
That's the truth. That is true.
And goes to what I agreed to earlier today. I procrastinate on the stuff that I don't want to do.
Got it.
You, I don't
That
like to put
answers the
clothes up.
question for me. So, y'all, this answers the question. I finally got him to say he makes time for things that he wants to make time for. But we're gonna have that discussion off camera though. But just know we hit.
But
Okay?
we here,
We
but you
hit.
do the same. You do the same thing.
No, I'm always there for you, friend. I'm very big
We're
on
not
doing
talking
what.
about being there for one another. We're
Okay,
talking about
true.
our time management.
True. I manage my time very well when it comes to my friends, to you.
I would like to say I do the very same.
Yeah.
You so sarcastic.
I'm messing with you. I'm messing. I'm
You are
sorry.
so sarcastic. I
I'm
know
sorry.
you are, but you're still sarcastic.
All right, good people. So, hopefully, us having this conversation about time management, hopefully, it did something for you. It gave you an idea or helped you realize some areas where you're strong or you have opportunities. Either way, um, there has to be a balance. So, the message is balance, right? We talked through some tips. We'll have those tips outlined. Dorian, did you have anything you wanted to add?
I think I would like to add, don't beat yourself up if everything you want to get accomplished in a day doesn't get accomplished.
True. I'm glad you said that because
Don't feel guilty that
that's
the
very
grass
important.
didn't get cut today. Don't feel guilty that the laundry didn't get pulled out of the dryer. These are things, speaking from experience, it's
Okay.
not worth it.
It's not.
It's
It's not.
it's okay if you sat on the patio and had a cocktail instead of folding those clothes or cutting that
True.
grass that you're looking at.
Why
It's
can't you have the
really
cocktail and cut the grass and get the clothes folded at the same time? Like,
so
why
for
not?
safety purposes, you shouldn't drink and drive a lawnmower at the same time.
We got to get stuff done.
It is illegal to operate a motor vehicle while drinking.
Okay, yes, please do not operate a lawnmower while you're drinking or any type of moving motor vehicle, anything like that. But anyway, it's also okay to throw away receipts that you
Oof.
know you're not going to use.
Oof.
It's okay to go through that mail that's been sitting waiting for you to go through. It's okay to
Well, that's not
say,
my journey. But you're just talking in general right now.
oh, yeah, I'm saying in general. I'm just naming stuff. But it's okay to even say, you know what, I need some help. Like, I'm overwhelmed. I can't figure out what to do.
Mhm.
Help me. Where do you see me starting? Like, can you help me start? Point me in the right direction. Whatever that looks like, it's okay to have
I do
help.
like that, and I'm glad you
Yeah.
shared that with the audience. That it is okay sometimes to ask for help with time management and getting things accomplished.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, good people.
Well,
Well, we
it has
will
been a
end.
blast.
It
I
has
hope
been.
they find this as enjoyable as it was recording it.
Yeah. All right. So if you have not already, go ahead, visit www.BlkGayTableTalk.com where you can take a look at merchandise. You can get your retail therapy on. You can also take a look at other podcast series. Again, thank you for joining.
Take care.
Take care, everybody.